How would you feel if I told you that in 10 years, over 800 million jobs are going to be taken by AI robots? Well, that is actually very likely to be the case. And AI is going to be the future of technology. Having studied this topic for a few months, I have found an overwhelming amount of information that does support this claim. And by the end of the speech, you're going to know about how AI is very cost effective for businesses, and in addition, it's more efficient than humans. So, to start off, AI allows for all companies to save tons of money, but we're talking about long term. So it also allows them to make more long term, and this is going to be called the return on investment. It's going to be a long term one due to the expensive startup costs from AI, and these robots can cost up to $250,000. Of course, these are the ones in manufacturing businesses and factories, but they are big robots. They're going to cost a lot of money, but long term it's going to pay off because you don't have to pay them any money and they can work 24 hours a day. So they're working all day long, they're not getting paid, and that's a lot of productivity. You can get more efficiency and in turn sell more product and make more profit. So it also reduces errors all around. So AI does not take a lot of time to learn from errors because of the computer chips that are involved. It can learn in a matter of seconds or even less than a second. So in addition to being cost effective, AI is also more efficient than humans. And what I mean by this is it learns faster and it works harder. So IBM has one of the most sophisticated AI robots. It's called IBM Watson. You may have seen commercials on it. And they say that their AI can send targeted ads. So very similarly to my last speech focused on targeted ads, AI can send these ads which are specified towards specific audiences, and then it can go and get higher return on the investment on the ads and a higher likeliness that the person is going to spend their money because it can take all this information and generate what they're going to enjoy, what they're going to want. So computers are also 10 million times faster in calculating things than the human brain. So the human brain can calculate almost 1,000 things a second, which may seem like it's a lot, but computers, your average computer can calculate up to 10 billion things per second. So you can just think about how much different that's going to be with problem solving, and even once you get up to higher education, smarter jobs which require more, AI will be a lot better at problem solving and making decisions on the fly. So to prove this, Facebook about 4 years ago did an experiment where they had 2 AI robots and they had them communicate with each other. And from the time they were essentially born, it took them about 10 minutes to be able to speak a language that nobody else understood. So 10 minutes from being born to speaking a new language just between the two of them, it really shows you how advanced these robots are and where they can go in the future. So today we talked about how AI can be more efficient for companies in addition to saving money. And all signs are pointing towards AI being the future of business, being the future of technology, and mainly in manufacturing and industry where they can really take advantage of the startup costs, which are going to pay off long term. So I'm going to leave you with this. A futurist named Ray Kurzweil, who is also an author, has been predicting the future for the past 40 years. And through his career of predicting the future decades in advance, he's been up to 90% accurate in his whole career. And he said that AI will surpass the human brain and human capabilities in just about 30 years or less. So I think it's really good to be mindful of what the future will hold and just to have a good knowledge on what is very likely to come in terms of AI technology.